Hi guys, my name's Colin and I was getting super nostalgic about my old videos, so maybe I should make another one of those and edit it really badly so I say like half a word and then it cuts because we'll all love that. I've been meaning for a really long time to make a video about like being a good trans person, which in itself is a super problematic subject because there's no such thing as being a good trans person. If you're a trans person, you're a trans person. You can't like rank trans people. So I am a very open trans person. I go around my life and anyone that I have like a proper conversation with, the majority of those people know that I'm trans. So I have a lot of issues with wanting to be a good representation of the whole trans community for that individual because that's probably like I'm probably one of the first trans people they've ever met and known to be trans. Some people I'm just out as like binary because I don't bother going into loads of detail about like the gender spectrum, so I'll just be like a trans boy to them. I want them to see like any trans boys as just normal boys, and I want them to just know that trans boys are just the same as cis boys. Cis meaning people who identify as the gender they were assigned at birth. But I also want to be a good representation of a non-binary person when it comes to being non-binary, and I want to show this person that I use they pronouns and that I don't care about gender that much, but then also I fit enough into the gender binary that that also doesn't work because then I'm showing them that they're just like, I'm just like, they could potentially perceive me as just like a camp male. I also really want to be like true to myself and to dress how I want and present myself how I want and still be respected by people, and to entirely present myself as something separate from how I want people to perceive me as a trans person. I just want people to perceive me as a person. And then on top of that, I also have the extra layer of like passing. Like I don't want to be misgendered, but also like misgendering doesn't offend me and maybe my safety is the most important thing. So I have a lot of stuff going around in my head. I don't know if this has any sort of conclusion either though. I don't know. Yeah, basically like I am trying to balance all of these things and trying to remind myself that I need to make sure I am comfortable as an individual and it isn't my responsibility to educate people and it isn't my problem or my fault if later on someone that I've like given a certain perception of trans people to then encounters a different trans person and then completely perceives them completely wrong because they've met me. But yeah, it's really tricky. But I suppose the most important thing is being true to myself. Yeah, I don't have any, I'm not good at like, I don't want to sign out. And then I always have this ramble that I always end up editing out. So if you're seeing this is in every video. You're not missing much. Yeah.